Hi there. Have another quick tour around one of the other greenhouses. This is where I house loads of mesems, Coreopsis, Fenestrarias, and we'll have a quick look through. I say it's in the dark in here, so unfortunately Right, going back to what I was saying, always helps to open the lens up. That's why I couldn't see it. Anyhow, we've got a few mesems in here. Let's bring this down a bit. There we are. We're on the top shelf. These are looking quite nice now. Some are just getting out of their winter's rest and looking a bit nice. I'll try and do it so I don't shake it about too much. I noticed some of the earlier pictures I took were a bit shaky, so I'm trying to hold it a bit firmer and making it a nice smooth movement. That's the top row. Dropping down a little bit, we have a few more trays. The one in the corners near Henricia Cibettii, which is very sweetly scented when it comes into bloom. The flowers are virtually insignificant, but the scent is very nice. This is a species Herianthus mayeri, which it was called. It's now classed as a conophytum, and there's a bigger one in the front of that. The little plant at the back is Mariophyllum mayeri. Both names commemorates Pastor G. Meyer, who worked in South Africa. A few more general shots. These two are Trichodiadema. It has sort of spines. Look at it quickly, you'd think it was a clustering cactus, but it's not. It is a mesem. This one is Mescalima. It is the skeleton leaf plant. Next we've got another one. And a weed I see growing through. That's a Glotophyllum. And a Loniopsis. Another Glotophyllum. Coreopsis candidissima. Well, that's what I call it. That was the old name. They may have changed. I think they've changed it to denticulator, meaning teeth-like. But I like the old name. It refers to the fact that the flowers are white. Coreopsis crasher. Crasher means thick, referring to the leaves. General selection of other species of Coreopsis. I always find these are nice. They won't grow you out of house and home, and they're always nice. They sit in the greenhouse. They like the occasional watering, and away they go. Anyway, that's that bench sorted. At the end we have some other plants. Some rather large Glotophyllums. This plant is very, very old, as you can see. But the old leaf and stem remains very, very old. Another glotty at the back there. That one's in flower. The big plant here is Phlokia edulis. Look at that enormous caudex. One of the caudex plants with annual leaf growth. I beg your pardon, I said edulis, it could well be Phlokia crispa. Looking at the leaves, which are crisped up, I would say it's Phlokia crispa, not edulis. Edulis, the leaves are more open and not crinkly. Next to him we've got another glotty which got in here. Next to it is Testudinaria elephantipes. Testudinaria means it's like a tortoise. The elephantipes just means it's big. Unfortunately, this plant has seen better days. It's in rest at the moment. I'm hoping it will come back because it did get a check a few years ago. Large mammillaria. Don't ask me the species. It's a mammillaria. It looks like it's coming into bud. Behind that, another glotty. I rather like glotties. They do tend to grow a bit fast, but if you keep the watering down, they grow nicely and colour up as well in the sunshine, when we get sunshine. A few smaller plants in the front. The one there is a Gibbaeum. Another Gibbaeum. Gibbaeum comes from the word gibba, which means a humped, and it probably refers to the leaf, which is of unequal lengths, and in some imagination it could be humped. Gibbaeum species. These are, I think, Schwantzii, Gibbaeum Schwantzii, and Schwanz was an early botanist working in Germany. He was actually a professor of prehistory. He was German and done much work on this group of plants. He was in cooperation with Eddie Brown of Kew Gardens in England and Louise Bolas in South Africa. And they were responsible for a lot of early work on these plants. Coming across, I've got to stretch over there because there's some stuff in the way. See if I can bring it up a bit. I just noticed we've got a visitor. Looks like a honeybee. Anyway, a few on the top shelf. This one there is Agarderma. Agarderma physioides. Agarderma literally means silver skin. Argentina, where silver was found, hence the name. Argentium silver. And that's Agarderma, silver skin, derma being skin. Have another not very healthy Gibbaeum. A species of Russia. Another Chirodopsis. A not very healthy glotty. All these plants have an optimum life cycle. After many years they do die. you can regenerate them by taking cuttings, but it happens to all of us, unfortunately. I wish I could live forever. It's not going to happen. Now, dropping down to the lower shelf, plant in the corner is a species of Fucaria. Another Gibbeum, another Glotty species. This looks like Glottyphyllum regium, regium meaning royal. See what I mean about the coloration? In nice sunlight they go pink. Here we have Aloniopsis schunesii. Another one there. As you can see, I have still got quite a bit of work to do in here. I find the day is just not long enough. And what with all the other hobbies, the lamps, the telephones, the fish, the gardening, my lovely pussycats, it does take up a lot of time. Anyhow, that concludes this greenhouse. Let me show you a quick neon lamp for the lamp collectors. That one has been on for many years. The sides are blackened, but the viewing part of the lamp is still visible. Next to that we have an emergency light. Below it a minimum maximum type, a thermometer, and a very old Continental fuse box, an isolating switch. That is old and it came from Belgium. Still works, and as I said on the other greenhouse, it'll work for another 100 years. I think that's virtually it in here. Yes, I can honestly say we've covered this one. Anyhow, once again, thanks for looking. Sorry about the start of the video being a bit blank. That was my fault. I hadn't opened the lens up. So, any comments please make. Please subscribe. Any questions ask. If I know the answer, I will try and give them to you. Here's a general collection of mesems. They're the plants within the Mesembryanthemum family. Midday flowers, that virtually meaning at middle of the day the flowers open fully. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Thank you.